Okay. Well, yeah, Fate Collab is on. I did this ticket a little quick. I think I got a little excited, but I'm still going to do the next 4. I am going to be doing the next 4. I'm also going to be doing a little bit of the stages. Fate is on Japanese in JP. I should probably specify that. This is JP. I should probably specify that before I'm like, oh my god, collab is on. But like at the same time, if anybody knows anything about 15.4, then like they should be aware that it's not coming out in EN until 15.4 is out in EN. I feel like I shouldn't have to specify that. I'm the stupid one, I guess. The schizo French LARPer Lafayette. Are you talking about the guy that's in Alexander Hamilton? Isn't there somebody named Lafayette in that play? Which I'm assuming also had something to do with, you know, the actual occurrences of Alexander Hamilton. No? I mean, I'm sure Lafayette is a common name. No, I've not heard of him. No, I have not. You know, it's crazy that this dude, there's somebody in the Discord trying to have a conversation with me in the Discord while I am actively live. Like, bitch, you know I am live. I can't just be having a conversation in Discord. First of all. And second of all, if I'm live, why not just talk to me live? Am I the crazy one? I'm talking about the schizo game? Oh, I have no idea. Took me 2 minutes to... What? But yeah, like, it's... You know, how long has it been since Fate was in the game? Because I know it's been a while. I know it's been a while, but I don't know how long it's been exactly. And so I wish there was, you know, maybe somebody that would do the research for me, because I know for a fact Bill, the MS Paint guy. Bill. Yeah, you're not doing research. Bill Nye, the MS Paint guy. I had to slow it down a little bit. This will probably only be a VOD for the second channel. I don't think I'll be posting this one on my main channel unless something crazy happens, like maybe Saber, maybe Sakura, you know, getting who I want. But I don't know. Send. Makes sense. You know, I make fun of people for misspellings all the time, but I understand what they mean. Like, I understand misspellings way better than I understand not analogies, acronyms. I'm terrible with acronyms. If you can eat something, even if you shouldn't eat it. What? What kind of philosophy is that? I call that Billism. Oh, is that why you're named the MS Paint guy? Because you ate paint? Well, you're called the MS Paint guy. So how would you eat MS Paint if that's Microsoft Paint? I don't know. That's also the name of a gay bar near me. Ah, W bar. Oh, that was the entire thing? Are there crown difficulties? Yes. Did that give me a rare ticket? I can't understand what I'm obtaining. It did! And a cat ticket, so. Good rewards. And I'm assuming there's going to be more stages throughout the collab. So I probably could have waited to do this until the end, because it would be guaranteed and there would be more. I'm gonna go hibernate. Where is everybody? It's a Friday. Why would more people join a Wednesday stream than a Friday stream? What the fuck happens on people's Fridays that doesn't happen on their Wednesdays? What better thing do people have to do? And when you say hibernate, I'm assuming that just like that's what you're calling what you've been gone doing. So yeah, have fun hibernating, even though it's summer. Gotta charge my phone. But that is like I feel like I'm not asking anything too crazy. Why? What why were people actually able to join my Wednesday stream but not my Friday one? I'm here now. You don't count because you mainly depend on time. But yeah, like it's just a genuine question. Like I don't care. As long as somebody's in chat I can talk to, then that's fine. But like it's weird how during the week there's like so much variance, right? Because at least where I'm from, most things happen in those 5 days consistently at the same time every day. You know, like if it's a job, if it's school, if it's, and then like special occasions only happen on specific weeks, not every week, right? So maybe there's something special happening today and like I don't know, but it's weird because like Thursdays as well. Thursdays are terrible days for me to go live. Why? I have no idea. That's why I don't really like, or at least with Battle Cats, I don't like streaming on Thursdays because they were always dead. I don't know though. It's impossible for me to know that. But yeah, so I'm doing the collab. I'm kind of just chilling. There's not really anything I want to talk about today. Kind of just chilling. Oh, Halucha, you're good at research. When was the last time Fate was on? When was the last time this collab was here? Because I know it's been a while. I know it's been a hot minute. I think it's been so long that I've never actually gotten a Fate Uber. That might actually be true. I don't think I've ever gotten a Fate Uber. So I want that to change. Not today. I mean, I would like it to change today, but that's not how that works. There's going to be a guarantee at the end of it, I'm assuming. Excuse me. But yeah, I plan on that changing. And then like whenever it's on in EN, I plan on taking advantage of that as well. I'm seeing a collab in 23, but I thought it was longer than that. 23 is a long ass time ago. That's 3 years ago. Can you postpone stream? I just got up. That's on you, buddy. For me, it is 11 o'clock. Why are you just getting up now? You're the one that's in the time zone behind me, right? So it's like 10 o'clock for you. Why are you getting up at 10, brother? I got up at like 8. I mean, I guess it's only been 2 hours, but still. Because I like sleeping in, I guess that's fair. Jobless. This dude is talking. Okay, there's somebody in the Discord named Purple Guy. I don't know necessarily who they are, but they were trying to have a genuine conversation with me in the Discord while I am live. But then their excuse for not joining the stream and having the conversation here is that they are talking with friends. I'm not more important than friends. I was gonna make a joke and then I misspoke and then now I feel stupid. But like on call? Who the hell just randomly talks to friends? I only talk to mine when I'm playing games with them. I don't just randomly talk to them. And if I do, it's not for an extended period of time. Like the only other time I talk to friends would be whenever I'm at their house, which in that case I would not be on Discord. So like it's 9 right now? Oh damn. You're 2 hours. Oh right, you're on the West Coast. I forgot about that. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a fine time to wake up then. Better than some of my friends. Like one of my friends, Kamari, if he didn't work all week, he would probably sleep until noon all week. Like, he's a responsible dude now. I am less responsible than him, which is weird saying, because like I feel like he's not really that responsible, but like he's got a job. So I guess that's something. I don't plan on constant yapping this stream like I normally do. Because I'm a little tired today, and I just want to play Battle Cats on my Japanese account. That's all I really want to do today. Shell. Hello, Fenrix. I think starting next week or starting during the weekend, whichever one I feel like, I will start streaming more than just Battle Cats. Just a heads up. I'll probably start streaming Risk of Rain because I plan on doing all achievements on there. And then somewhere down the line, I may also do other things. But I think I'll start off slow and just start with Risk of Rain next week. And then I won't be able to finish that for a while, but I may start other projects like maybe Hollow Knight and Silksong and stuff. Or maybe I should just do one project at a time. I'll still stream Battle Cats. Don't misunderstand me. I'll still stream it, but it won't be the only thing I stream. You need June Bride. I know Brainwash Cow isn't good, but I need it. You need it in fish. Do you need fish though? That is the question. To need or not to need? Anyway, so that's all the collab. Oh wait, no, that's not all the collab I can do right now, because I can do this. I want them all. Cool. Gotta catch them all. I do want to do another Pokemon thing. And by another, I mean I still have yet to finish the Pokemon Platinum. So I should probably... Did I delete that? I may have deleted my Pokemon Platinum emulator. I did. So if I do anything Pokemon related, I'd have to probably start over. Whoops. I know, rip. I fucked up. I completely forgot that I deleted it because I guess I needed space or something, but I don't know why I did that. That was a mistake. Fuck. Well, I think I'd rather just do like a randomizer anyway. And like if I do a Nuzlocke thing, I'd rather do a full Nuzlocke, you know? Rather than doing what I did before, which was a quote-unquote Nuzlocke. I think a randomized Nuzlocke would be better and more fun. Because it would actually be, you know, risky. And plus it'd be randomized, so it'd be a little more fun for me. Although restarting will be a pain, but that'll be fine. It's meant to be a challenge. You should get Can on this account. I've still yet to get it from the gacha on my other account, but on this one I already do. And I should true form it, but I don't have a lot of it. True form materials. But yeah. Okay, so should I do... So for Pokemon, should I do a random Nuzlocke on Pokemon Platinum and just start over? Or should I do a different game? Like, should I do like Emerald? Should I do Black and White? One of the two? Like which one? Because it's got to be Gen 5 or before. I have 7 rare tickets. I don't think I have the specials and rares to be able to do 4-star restrictions just yet. Unfortunately. I'd like to see black and white the most. Alright. I've never played through black and white. So doing a randomized Nuzlocke for my first playthrough, that'll be a good title. That'll be a good title. Does black and white have a EXP all? Like, does it have a universal EXP share, or does it still have the old, just single held item EXP share? And then, I guess this is a better question as well, or this is a good question as well. Should I do randomized, or should I just not randomize and just do a base Nuzlocke? Because I like randomizers, but not everybody will agree with me on that. I'm gonna go ahead and do these. Why not? Pretty sure Universal EXP share start in Gen 6. That's what I thought as well, but I wasn't completely sure. I like randomizers? Okay. Just making sure. So I'll probably have a lot of settings on there. Honestly, NP. Yeah. Because I'm sure black and white's fun. I've just never played through it. I could also do fire red and leaf green, but I feel like those are done a lot. Now, another one I've never done is actually Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I've never played through either of those. Well, is Pokemon Infinite Fusion, is that still like a... Do people still like that? Is it still getting updated and stuff? Because like I've beaten it before, but I know that there's a post game. And I also know that they have updates. I don't know if they've been updating it a lot lately. No fucking clue. I don't want to plus level these guys, so I'll just take the NP. You have no idea how tempted I am to get 1500 cat food and just immediately use it. But that would be a waste. It would be a waste. But I have to wait 2 weeks, I'm assuming, for the guarantee. And like, honestly, there's not a lot of great Ubers in here. There's not a lot of great ones because like Saber's really good. This is Sakura, right? Which one's Sakura? Yeah, no, this is Sakura. I like her, but I don't know how good she is necessarily. This guy's good. This guy's weird. And then I don't know about any of the others. I think she's fine. I don't know. I haven't really heard much about it, but it's probably still getting at least some updates with the way they do the sprites. Yeah, but if it's just the sprites that are changing, then I don't really want to do that. I'm known to be lucky, so if I were to do an 11 roll, do you think I would get Ubers? Rider's pretty solid, 100% Angel Freeze with solid uptime. Ooh. Honestly, I just want to collect them. Like, whether they're good or not, I kind of just want to collect them, but the main one I want is Sakura. She is the #1 Uber from the set that I want. Just because I like mid-range tanks. I like them. And like with her weekend, like she finally upholds my philosophy that a mid-range tank, if all it's doing is damage, then it's not worth it. But with weekend, that's a different story. The best thing a mid-range tank can do is status, in my opinion. The #1 best thing a mid-range tank can do is status, because they're on the field for a while, and so they can apply that status for a while. But that's probably just my opinion. But like that's why I feel like Babel, like even though Babel can live so long against red and floating, As is he a backliner tank or is he just mid ranged? I don't actually know. I think he has more than 400 range though. But even though he lives so long and has a lot of HP, he just doesn't have any value other than the tanking, which isn't that great for the most part, unless it's like a specific stage. Like against like Gobble spam, right? Babble's good. Babble's great. Mainly because he can be used by himself, because he can't protect others from toxic, but he can stay alive from toxic, you know what I mean? But like, other than that, he, like, against floating that he already outranges, like a Bun Bun, for example, right? What's the point? Wouldn't you rather just have, like, literally any anti-floating attacker over him? Like, against the Bun Bun? Like, it's just... Mid-range tanking isn't a role you really want unless you have status. He's barely within mid-range status at 390. Yeah, that's interesting. Because that means all your other mid-rangers aren't even going to be protected by him. So it's going to be hard to stack things that aren't backliners. So, like, that's another thing with certain ranges in terms of mid-range. Like, they don't really do a great job of protecting as a tank, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I think status is great for a mid-range tank. Especially if you have knockbacks. Like, with Babel, I think he only has 2 knockbacks. He might even have 1, I don't know. But he has a low amount of knockbacks, so like he's sturdy at least. If a mid-range tank has more than 2 knockbacks, then you definitely want status because that means that they have survivability rather than just straight up tanking ability. And Sakura is a good example of that. She has 4 knockbacks, I think. Fitting that Babel, the Lord of Dragons, only cares about protecting dragons. True! Babel is a sturdy type of tank with only 2 knockbacks. Yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But yeah, like sturdy tanks, like they're cool and all. You're not gonna use them very often. It's kind of like Guardian Gamirion. Like, as cool as they are, they don't provide much more value than a lot of things. Because this game focuses largely on damage rather than surviving. Mainly because enemies are usually so overpowered that even a tank can like die to them pretty quickly at times. I should probably have a better loadout for this. 'Tis fine. I do love this Japanese account because I have some like cool Ubers. I got some pretty cool ones. And like early game is gonna be a breeze thanks to Dark Luna and Dark Tanyan. And I do have Mighty Lord Gal. I just don't have them in my general lineup because Rayquaza. I also love Rayquaza. And so I just wanted to have her as my... I don't know. Because she doesn't have the same role as my Lord Gal because she has less range. A lot less range. Rayquaza is cool. I can't wait to see... Well, I can wait because something tells me it's going to be the most underwhelming true form of all time. Because, like, I don't... Halucha, I'm sure you've noticed. I'm pretty sure we talked about this before. True forms nowadays are so much weaker compared to what they were at the beginning. Because, like, Keiji's true form, like, lowered his attack frequency by, like, half. Thundia got, like, double the HP and damage. Like, there's so many good examples of true forms that are really old, that were really good, and now they just don't do that. But yeah, having 3 fests this early is great, especially whenever you have arguably one of the best, arguably the best anti-trait list in the game. A really solid generalist for everything other than traitless. Except for kind of zombie and metal, but like with metal he does have a crit, and zombie he still affects, so. And then probably one of the best specialists in the game. against 4 different traits. Obviously, she's not the best anti-traitless, anti-Aku, anti-angel, or anti-floating, but the fact that she has such good viability against all 4 makes her really good. And then even generally, she's fine, honestly. But yeah, I have some really solid Ubers. Like, I have Warlock and Pierre if I wanted to cheese specific stages. I have Thunderjack for more speedrunning early game. I have Volta, who will help a lot in Cats of the Cosmos. I have Tanjiro, who, if I ever need to outrange something, he can outrange a lot of things with his 600 standing range. Let's see. I I could pair Asaluga with Cyberpunk. I forgot I had Cosmo. I forgot I had Cosmo. Yeah, I have. Oh yeah, and then a really good anti-Aku right here as well. I have a lot of really good shit. I have a little hope since Galaxy Gals usually have good true forms. Even with the most recent one, Tarun getting strong is a meaningful buff. Strong against is meaningful, but it's very minuscule, right? Like, it was still underwhelming, right? Because I feel like a 5% Savage Blow increase or maybe some more immunities. No, all she got was strong against. That's all she got, which like is really good, but it's not a lot, you know? I wonder what Reclessa would get though. Maybe a longer for slow. I just beat Minecraft for the first time. Huge. Honestly, I hope Reclessa gets either a shorter force wing or a more tight, a shorter attack frequency. One of the two. I don't see how 1.8 times damage and 2.5 times HP to target traits isn't a lot. It's one thing, right? It's kind of like how if Cosmo's Ultra Form only gave him a wave, you would still say it only gave him a wave because it's one thing, it's one item, but it does a lot for him. Of course, Cosmo did get the Omni Strike and all that as well, but like theoretically, the only thing that benefited him was the wave, and so it doesn't feel as like cohesive as a true form design, right? It doesn't feel like they put a lot of effort into it. It just seems like, oh, just slap on a good ability and bam, that's it. It's nothing. It's not whelming as a true form because it's not actually changing the unit at all. You know what I mean? Like with KG's true form, he got half the attack frequency. It completely changed how you could use him because instead of just being a tank, he was a solid attacker. Not because he got given any abilities, but because he actually changed as a unit. You know, in a way that you can't have talents do. You know what I mean? That's why I say it's not a lot. It doesn't feel like they got creative at all in terms of like the unit's effective design. You get what I'm saying though? Like I know it might sound weird that I'm not complaining about the strong against in terms of her use because it's great. I'm more so complaining that they didn't really, it doesn't really seem like they tried to do anything special. That's more so what I'm getting at. Playing Minecraft for the first time just now. That game is more than a decade old. Is this SOL? No, these are those weird ass base material grind stages. I don't even know what to call them. I will be doing SOL. But not yet. I'll agree it's not creative, but I could argue the same about Thundia's true form since they just buffed the stats a lot. But that's something that you can't just get with talents. Like, you see what I'm getting at? Like, it's not just a special ability. It is stats. And, like, yes, they did just boost... But, like, that's kind of what a true form's meant to do. In some ways, is just boost stats. But I do get what you're saying. There are a lot of true forms that aren't creative because they do boost just stats. I got Grabby, like, 5 minutes ago. Huge! That's a great grab, honestly. Fantastic grab. I only beat it recently because I never made genuine professional progression and just messed around and had fun. I'm assuming you meant progression, not professional, but I'll let it slide. Right at the start of UL. Damn. Whenever I got grabby on my main account, I was so far into UL that it didn't really matter. Unless I wanted to do crowned UL. Should I stream that? Like, I'm never going to do it on my own time, but like, would that be worth watching as a stream? Or worth streaming for you guys? Worth me stream? You know what I mean? Would it be worth it? Would you watch? I've been crazy lucky. I got Jesus. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's luck, alright. That do be luck, alright. Luck on the seed? Right. I do not have luck on my seed. Because I spent like 10 rare tickets on Fate. It's no over yet. But of course it's not increased odds, so it doesn't matter. If it's like progression or grinding, then it means a chat stream. That is true. That's kind of what today is, right? But like, here's the thing: what kind of stream isn't a chat stream, right? Because like, hardly ever do I actually stream and just like, or at least nowadays, hardly ever do I stream intending on making a video out of it. Like not yesterday, Wednesday was a little bit different. But like, usually nowadays, ever since my break, I just stream and then I turn those streams into videos rather than streaming to make videos. You know what I mean? They're kind of changed it up. Hopefully it'll be a little more chill vibe. But like, I think this one I'll post as, I think those ones I would post as VODs for my second channel and not turn them into actual videos. Unless it was a big deal like, I beat 2 Crown UL or something. Or maybe just a compilation of me hating Crown UL. Because I honestly, I could see myself doing that. I could absolutely see myself doing that. Or maybe if like a valid argument, right? If an actual argument or debate burst out while we're yapping. Like, I don't know, whenever I would yap about Cosmo, right? Or if there's a new Ultra Form and there's somebody being like, oh, this thing's shit, and then like I defend it, maybe that would be able to make a video. You know what I mean? There are a lot of things I can do. Not a lot of things I will do. Damn, SOL is so expansive on energy. I need to beat the zombie outbreaks, I guess. I always forget just how little energy you have without doing any zombie outbreaks. Because you go from 600 to 750 just off of Empire of Cats zombie outbreaks. And then you go from 750 to 900 from the Into the Future ones. Which, Empire of Cats and Into the Future zombie outbreaks are not difficult at all. As long as you have Into the Future 3 beaten all the way, and then all the treasures from Empire of Cats Chapter 1 to Into the Future Chapter 3. I guess it would be sub Chapter 3, technically. Because Empire of Cats as a whole is a chapter, right? I never know. I never know, bro. I'm stupid. Is Minecraft something that would be, like, worth me streaming as well? Because, like, I would be kind of down to stream Minecraft. Like, modded Minecraft. Because there are some pretty cool mods out there. It'd have to be a smaller mod pack for me, though. Because I don't have a lot of memory on my computer, and I can barely handle shaders, so... But, like, I think shaders are probably one of the most, like, hardware oppressive things you can get on Minecraft is shaders. It's so weird how they added natural shaders to, like, built-in shaders to my Bedrock Edition. And like I say, it's weird. It was cool. I liked it because at the time I did play on Bedrock. I don't really anymore. Why am I dropping frames? I guess I dropped frames for a second. Hopefully. Oh, what the fuck? Come on. Stop it. Get some help. No, what the fuck? Why is that happening? I'm opening Task Manager. I need to see what the hell is happening. No, I don't care about your fucking viewers. What is happening? Computer, tell me. Computer gods, tell me what's happening. Why have 9 dropped my frames? That's it. I'm closing Discord. Why is 70% of my memory being used? Close Discord, please. Why is Windows Explorer is taking up memory? I don't even have it open. End task. I can't even end the task. Bro, what? Why can I not? Whatever. Am I still dropping frames? God, I hope not. We'll see how this goes. Better not be. Message deleted. Yeah, it was advertising free viewers on this and this and this. Who needs courier for boars? Like, OBS, I swear to fucking God. I'm just gonna keep Task Manager open. And whenever I drop frames, I'm going to see what is happening. I hate technical difficulties. I hate them so much. Whenever I lower my glasses so I can actually see, because like sunglasses do actually kind of make it harder to see some things because I need clear light. You know, it's a little interesting. Why did you retype message deleted? Why are you just typing out the words message deleted? Is that saying message deleted? Hold up, am I... What the hell? Is my chat fucked? Why is that what it's saying you're saying? That's not the same thing my chat box is telling me. What it... I unlocked Aku Realms? Okay, my chat's not fucked. I'm just a little confused. Anyways. Unlocking Aqua Realms is a huge dubs. Yeah, my chat and the stream, like what's showing on stream, they are not liking each other, apparently. I don't know what... This stream is fucked. Hello, last guest. Ignore all the random shit that's happening with my technical difficulties, but they're fine now. Trust. Hopefully it can be trusted. I think all is good, all is well, all is cool. How's it going? God, I hope my neighbor doesn't hate me. Because sometimes I get a little passionate. I get a little passionate, a little bit. And then there are games that I get genuinely mad at. Or not genuinely mad at, but like I get like loud mad. Technically. Like Marvel Rivals, I totally haven't made myself bleed before because I hit my chair. Because out of rage. Totally not. I totally didn't get mad at a Spider-Man yoinking me from across the fucking map. For the 5th time. Dude, Spider-Man is the best rage baiter against fucking tanks. I swear to God. Wasted all my cat food to get 2 Kazujizo? That's not a waste. I know what a waste would look like, though. Because this is what a waste looks like. This right here... Oh shit, an Uber. This is what a waste looks like. Look at this. Losing cat food. Losing 1,500 cat food on a non-guarantee. That's what waste looks like. Alright? Oh shit, it's her. That's not the one I wanted. Who even is this? I don't know names. Everything's in Japanese. He's speaking Vietnamese. Nah, that's not the same. Yeah, that right there. That is a waste. That's a waste. Because if I had saved that cat food for the guarantee later on, then I'd be able to get that Uber that I just got and a guaranteed one. That's Rin. I guess Reen is probably how it's pronounced. Rin. What do you do? Knockback? Knockback, alien, and zombie? Gross. Okay, I'm putting her on my SOL lineup. Alright, Rin. You're replacing Reclessa for now. Or honestly, let's make it a little bit difficult. A little bit more fun. Let's drop D'Artagnan. Next one to go is Kazujizo, though. Naruto language? Considering Naruto's name is in English letters that you just typed, I wouldn't necessarily say it is entirely Naruto language. Of course, Naruto was originally in Japanese. But, like, still. I'm being stupid. Come on, Rin. Tosaka. Wait, is her first name Tosaka, or is... Okay, did you say it in the order of first name, last name, or is that backwards, and it would technically be last name, first name? I'm assuming Rin is the first name. Okay. Hey, if you know anything about anime, you understand why I'm confused, why I'm specifying, right? Because, you know, in Japanese, like in JJK, they don't say Satoru Gojo. Do they? Is it Gojo Satoru when they say it? I don't know. Okay, you know what? Now I'm confusing myself. Yuji Itadori is a good example. Because I know for a fact they say Itadori first. I'm an idiot. Get used to it. My units are so weak, what is this? In Aku Realms? Yeah, that's the whole point. They lower your level. It's last name first. Well, I know that. I know over in Japan they say last names first. And then over there, it's also normal to call people by their last name. And like, you have to be on like closer. You have to actually like be. I don't know. I don't know. It's normal to call people by their last name. Like if you actually like are from there or something. I think so, at least. I can't read Google Translate, bruh. She is pretty bad. It's only 50% knockback. What's her stats? Like, does she at least have decent range and damage? And she doesn't have any pure. She doesn't even outrange LeBoyne. Or no, she was just getting hit because they were one-shotting all my meat shields. Fuck. If only my crazed wall wasn't so goddamn weak. This is not my main. This is a Japanese account. Considering everything is Japanese, you should know this is not my main, but I'll let it slide. Okay, don't send Rin. Just send Luna. I guess you are a new viewer. I shouldn't be mean. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a warning for joining into my streams. I'm an idiot. I'm mean to everybody as a joke because I think it's funny to make people mad. Apparently. So yeah, don't take anything I say personally. If you get mad, that's on you, not me. That's the rules here. Range pretty solid at 450. Damage is okay. It's about 5.3k DPS. It can be an early game generalist, but it's outclassed by true form Uberrun. Cool. Good thing I'm early game. I only leveled her up to level 25, but I don't plan on using her much, so I don't think it's gonna matter. I'll use her for today though. When's Miku coming back? When's the Miku collab coming back? That's the real question. You have Gao, who is better in every way. True. He's not good at zombie killing. She is zombie killer. So not in every way. And plus, I bet her cooldown's relatively short. Maybe. I guess not really. Judging off the fact that it looks like it's longer than Luna's, I don't know if it's really good at all, but it's not terrible. Is Luno's good in you all stages? Luno's is probably good throughout the entire game. I'm willing to bet. It's like 2 minutes, which is uber average, but I guess it's like 20 seconds shorter than Gao. Yeah, Gao has kind of a long cooldown. But yeah. Yeah. If I really wanted to just sweep through all of SOL with ease, not even a thought process, I could just replace Ren and Rayquaza with Dark Canyon and Mighty Lord Gao. And then I'd be golden. Of course, thanks to my craze being limited to level 20, it would be a little bit more difficult once I got to a certain point. I'm already getting to that point with my wall getting one-shot by those LeBoynes earlier, but we'll be fine. I'll be fine. Is the sky blue? Dude, I think that the people that get Lunos, they just rage bait everybody else because they know that nobody likes the fact that Lunos is good. Nobody likes it. No shit, he's good, but nobody likes that he is good. Of course, there is Lucas the Fourth who says it's OP, but for a different reason. Like, I get that, but there's no way in hell it's fun to use. There's no way Lunos is a fun unit to use unless you're using the evolved form. That's the only situation. If you're using Luno's first form, no. He's not fun. I just unlocked it. Cool. And he might be fun for a little while, but there's got to be a certain point where you get tired of timing your conjure so that you're invincible. He's kind of not that fun to use. If you're saying that about an Uber, then, like, that's bad. Because I have fun using even Huge Hermit. I guess I would have fun watching or using Huge Hermit if I had him. The timing is annoying. I know. I haven't watched a video about it. I didn't watch a video about it. I think I saw like a clip or I wonder how did I see him talking about it? I don't remember why I saw him talking about it, but I saw him talking about it at some point. It wasn't like a full video, I don't think. I haven't watched one of his full videos in a long time, actually. Can't wait for a third Lunos when we get ReZero Collab. ReZero Collab would actually be kind of sick. I was actually thinking about watching ReZero. Should I? You had a break from Battlecast for a year and you don't know how good new Ubers are? Cool. Definitely watch, but it is quite brutal. I can deal with brutal. That can be something I do over the summer. Along with taking walks outside that I have yet to do. It's like brutal? I don't know what you mean, brother. Specify. I've heard ReZero is really good, but there are a few points early on that that are hard to get through. I watched all of Naruto in One Piece. You think I can't get through ReZero, which is like I'm fairly certain much shorter than either of the other two that I just mentioned? I am perfectly fine with getting through hard to watch sections. I'm perfectly fine with that. You want to know what's a hard watch? Having child Naruto crush on Sakura. That's a fucking hard. And then, of course, it's sexy jutsu! It's so... I hate it. That's a hard watch. And I'm not saying ReZero is not a hard watch, I'm just saying it's a lot shorter, so it'll be much more manageable. It's crazy how much trailers there is in early game when there's hardly any way to actually counter trailers. At least whenever the stages were originally released. Like, honestly though, like, the main reason why early game would be difficult is if you don't have a solid anti-trailers. Well, I guess Alien would also be added to that. If you don't have a solid anti-Alien, then you would also probably suffer into the future. Like, his behavior is hard to watch early on, consequences of flawed characters. You say early on. His character didn't get much more likable in Shippuden either. That's if you're talking about Naruto. If you're talking about ReZero, then that's, yeah. It happens. I mean, I hated Eren Yeager's voice throughout the entire fucking show. So, I mean... Listen, I'm nitpicky. I get annoyed by things easily. I'll be fine though. I can get through it. I'll watch ReZero. It'll be fine. Hateable characters happen in every anime. As long as it's not the #1 main character, then it should be fine. I'll stand by this Cliff. Like I know this is probably a hot take through and through. It's most definitely a hot take because of how many people love it. Naruto, right? The entire anime, not just a character. It has some of the most annoying character design. Like it's got some of the most annoying character design. And like the characters are some of the least likable ones, with the sole exception of the Akatsuki. If you've ever seen Naruto, you might agree with me, I don't know. But the Akatsuki are the only likable characters with the like very few exceptions. None of the main 3 characters in Naruto are likable characters. They're all annoying in their own way. All of them. And it's not even like a main anime trio that work well together. Like, no, you barely see them actually work well together. There was like 1 or 2 parts where they actually do that. And no matter where you are in the anime, they make Sakura the weakling. With the sole exception of Satoru Gojo's not in Naruto, but funny enough, people do say that Gojo was copied from Kakashi, and he is one of the very few likable characters in Naruto. Though, I think, in my opinion, Kakashi was much more likable in the original Naruto, and it might just be because we see a lot less of him in Shippuden, but like, older Kakashi, like, I say older as in like his age older, he got less likable, I feel like, in my opinion. Like, he was I liked him more whenever he was younger, as in, not as in like, I mean, whenever he first started seeing him in the anime, like in the original Naruto. Because he didn't have any more cool tricks. Honestly, not even that. I feel like the whole explanation of the Sharingan kind of ruined him as well. I feel like it wasn't even just about the tricks, it was about the whole explaining everything. Like the backstory with him as well. Like, it was kind of just cooler assuming that he, you know, was somehow a non-clan member that got the Sharingan. Not, here is my eye, you know? Oh, wait, I think the worst part about it is that backstory revealed who Obito was. Like, I know this is probably spoiling for anybody who hasn't watched it, but if you haven't watched Naruto at this point, you're never going to. And I'm not gonna not recommend it. It's still good. Like, I still liked Naruto. I still liked watching it as a whole. I just don't like the characters. Like, the plot's fine. The plot's fine. The humor is there every now and then. There are good characters at some point. But like, the whole mystery of the Sharingan and all that. Like, here's the thing. That fucking the whole Uchiha clan, right? It has so many, it's the origin of so many backstories, and the only one that actually fucking worked was Itachi. He's the only one that had an actually cool backstory from the Uchiha clan. None of the others did. I watched all of Naruto during the peak of COVID. That's a perfect time to watch it, to be fair. The whole give your eye thing would never work too. Yeah. Conan, Loki bad. Who is Conan? Which one is Conan? Because I know there's a lot of, I mean, honestly, there are some fine women in the Naruto series. I will say that. Not any of the children though. It's like the adults, obviously. Pain's, what? The one with purple hair? I see it as purple, not blue, but yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I don't agree, but I can see it. I watched a single episode. Ah, that makes a little more sense. I will say this: there are finer women in Naruto than Conan. There's no limit to the LARP. Logan Paul with his One Piece shit. Dude, that started so much shit about, like, I swear nobody used the term LARP in the real world except for after Logan started doing that. I swear to God, nobody used LARP in the real world until he did that. It's crazy. I love the JJK LARP memes. Now, there are probably a lot of memes, but they weren't saying it out loud, you know what I mean? Like, they weren't actually saying LARP, you know? Repost every Naruto and JoJo edit. I've never seen JoJo. I've never seen it. Call me crazy. And like I know there's so many people that are obsessed with Steel Ball runs. Steel Ball run, whatever. Lobotomy Kaizen. Listen. Listen. JJK is a genuinely good anime. Just because the ones that typically like it are the weirdos doesn't mean anything. Just like with My Hero. My Hero had cosplay, JJK has LARP, alright? The community is stupid. They don't know how to fucking read. There are people that believe things that are in their own headcanon. I actually don't know. What? Ryo? Who? Rio? What? He's literally Jane Juliet to me. Rio. Ryu? Yeah, that's what I thought. I think you combined Uro and Ryu. Because they both were introduced at the same time, to be fair. Listen, whenever you introduce two new characters that have exactly 3 letters in their name, both of which containing an R, I understand the mistakes. I understand the confusion there. I should use My Lord Gao here. Just as a critter. Because this Cersei Metal Steel is bullying everything else. Thank God that cursed speech wasn't given to a real person. True. True that. The amount of people who say panda is a panda piss me off. That's funny because he looks like a panda, but he's not a panda. Panda is not a panda. Literally a line in the fucking series as well. I swear, people that like are big fans of, like, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of the, like, you know, I'm not among the dumb JJK fans. Like, I genuinely like the show and I can read and understand things well. So, like, I can understand a little better than most. Or I say most, a lot. They just give the rest of us a bad name. The small amount of ones that are stupid give the rest of us a bad name, I swear to God. The ones that actually just casually enjoy it as an anime were the quiet ones. We're the ones that don't, you know, attract attention. I've watched most of season 1 and I know what happens in Shibuya. Okay, well, it's spoilers. Shibuya is such a great season, though. Like, it's still arguably better than season 3 in terms of just what happens. Stupid ad? Fuck, I'm gonna stop talking. Is it just Razor that's in an ad, or can anybody hear me? Anybody at all? We all can? Excuse me. Somebody said stupid ads, so I assumed I couldn't be heard. But yeah, Shibuya is a really good season. If you've seen JJK, Shibuya is still arguably the best season in JJK. Season 1 is really good, it's a really good season 1. However, because it's a season 1, it's mostly focused on like introductions, getting you used to the world and stuff like that. So you overall as a season, it's not the best, but it's a really solid season 1. You know what I mean? But then season 2 and 3 are fucking phenomenal. 2 of the best seasons of any anime I've ever seen. I think the only anime that actually has a season that rivals season 2 and 3 for me on JJK is probably One Piece and My Hero. Those are probably the only two, because My Hero had a really solid final season, like a really good final season. And then One Piece had Onigashima and Marineford, which are two really good seasons in my opinion. What about AOT? AOT's only good seasons were and whenever I say Onigashima and Marineford in One Piece, it's all season 1, so I'm saying specifically those two arcs are technically their own season. But with AOT, it had a really good season 1. Like, I think that's one of the best season 1s I've ever seen. With AOT, like it's a really good season 1. Season 2 I think was my favorite. Either season 1 or season 2 were my favorite from AOT. And I do believe seasons 1 and 2 would be up there, but I wouldn't say that they're better than season 2 and 3 of JJK. I think I'd still say they're below, but they're still really good. Mei wife, she's hot, but also she isn't normal. Yeah, the whole scene with her, yeah, in Shibuya, yeah. I mean, she's really cool. Like, seeing her actually, like, attacking was great. I just don't like her dynamic with her brother? Is that her brother? Wee. Yuki is my pick. I'm not into blondes. JJK has the baddest women. Women can't change my mind. Obviously the adults. Yeah. It does have some fine women, not gonna lie. And we will see more. We will see more. Knowing spoilers from the manga. She's like 6'4". Okay. Are you talking about Mei or Yuki? Because here's the thing, if you're talking about Mei, I'm pretty sure Mei, right? Tall girl with a fat ass. I mean, yeah, I'd say Uda Hime semi sleeper pick. Honestly, true. I do agree on that. She's a pretty, she's cool. Here's the thing, I don't really care about hot, right? I will say this confidently, semi at least. I don't really like hot women as much as I like just, you know. I don't know. What is considered hot? Yuki? Yuki's 6'4"? Hey Siri.
Uh-huh.
How tall is Yuki from JJK?
Sorry, something's wrong. Please try again.
How tall is Yuki from Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yuki is meant to be portrayed as a 9-year-old elementary school student.
What?
She's said to be as tall as 10 big apples.
Tall as 10 big apples. What the fuck did she hear? Ah, whatever. If she is 6'4", then that's cool. Gojo held up infinity when she threw that cup. He knows she's a threat. That is not Yuki. I think my Siri got a little confused. And also, why are we using apples as a height? Fucking Siri, bro. Siri is an interesting thing. But yeah, like JJK does have some great women. And just character design in general. That's one of the reasons why I love JJK so much. Because their character design is so good. All of the main characters are crazy. And like in a good way. 10 big apples. Nanami half toasted bread. Dude didn't even die when he got toasted, bruh. Betty Wop. I love JJK. I love it. Name one poorly designed character in JJK. Like, that actually, like, appears more than once in the anime. Just name one. I don't know why he left Mahito when he hit overtime. If he just killed Mahito, then it would have been a win. If you wanted him to die early, maybe. No Shibuya incident? Something no, it would have prevented maybe some other things, but it wouldn't have prevented that. I don't know. I don't know. He was whooping Mahito for a bit. I don't think he realized Mahito wasn't taking damage from Nanami. That was literally the plot of the Yuji versus Mahito fight afterwards. Mahito was shocked that Yuji could actually affect him. I think you missed that whole thing. Nanami could not win a 1v1 against Mahito. Now, if Yuji never existed, maybe Sukuna Shibuya never would have happened, you know what I mean? But, like, where's the plot in that? Find it very hard to remember names and techniques. It's the only show I have this issue with. It's because well, I can't. It's because there's so many. There's so many memorable characters, but so many that it's hard to get all their names. Because like they aren't Americanized names. At least not really. Like you'll get them after a while, but they also have a lot of similar names like Yuji and Yuki, Gojo and Jogo, Uro and Ryu are kind of similar. You know? It's the last names, really? Yeah, remembering the last names. And then there's also, like, the Kyoto school. I do not know any of their names. Like, I know Aoi Toto, I know Maki Zenin, I know... What even was the blood guy's name? Blood manipulation guy. Jogo is the most creative name. It's swapping the J and the G from Gojo. Very creative. Maki isn't Kyoto? Sorry, Mai. See, that's another one of those things. They literally one letter off in terms of the English spelling, at least. Plus, they're sisters, or actually, they're twins. Hey, see, you know names well enough to know that, though. So they're not that bad. Maki hit male puberty as a female. What are you talking about in season 3? Wait, who is the one that said they watched season 1? Was that Hyper? Oh no, that's you, Razor. Okay. So wait, how do you? What all do you know? Well, if you know all this, you should probably watch the rest of JJK. It's a great watch. Oh, it's this stage. Oh. This is great. Kit Kat Gojo? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm kind of surprised I didn't have to make a lineup for that stage. That stage normally requires like a knockback for red. You knew Gojo died before you knew who Urahime was? Yikes. Spoilers! Yeah. There's a lot that happens. See, I don't really know a lot of what happens after what is in season 3. Like, I don't know. Like, genuinely. Retired, as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure would say. Yeah. I cannot wait. I literally for my birthday, which is in less than a month, I asked my sister, hey, the only thing I want for my birthday this year is JJK manga that goes off of where I left off in the anime. Like, as cool as the manga would be to have the entire thing, I know that there's so many volumes that it would be kind of expensive. So for my birthday, all I'm asking for is getting what's in the manga after what I've already seen in the anime. That's all I want for my birthday. Jotaro hit 5 barrages on a guy and hit him into a building and it said retired. Maybe he just got embarrassed, you know? Maybe he just had to retire, you know, from everything. Should I watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I obviously know that anybody who watches JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they will say, "Oh my god, it's the best anime ever! You have to watch it! You have to watch it! You have to watch it! Please watch it!" But like genuinely speaking, for a general, not really huge anime watcher, just kind of casual, would you recommend it for me? The LARPers are the ones who do that. There's so many people that will gas up. Like ever since Steel Ball Run got released, they would glaze it. Like on TikTok, I would see people glazing Steel Ball Run in a completely like unrelated TikTok. Like, I mean, it was still related to anime, but not at all to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's slow, then picks up. I just don't think I could get through the art style. Like, art style is a pretty big thing for me. I don't think I could get through it. Like, that's like with Baki, the anime that collabed with Battle Cats, right? I don't think I would ever watch it. Just because, like, the art style of, like, no. Depends on if they would enjoy it. I have no idea if I would enjoy JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's why I'm asking. Because, like, I genuinely don't know if I would. Part 1, okay. Part 2, good. Part 3, good / slow pace. Part 4 is good. Part 5 is good. Part 6 is decent. Decent to good. Part 7, I hear, is good. Is Part 7 Steel Ball Run? I have no idea. Or is that a whole separate thing? I have no idea. But yeah, like, yes, okay. Skip to Steel Ball Run. Cool. If its peak is good, right? Like, let's say it's good, right? Every anime has a peak that is good. You know what I mean? Steel Ball Run is a new universe. Isn't that how every season in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, though? Because I remember somebody talking to me about it before, and it was like, oh, every season has a new JoJo. And I was like, what? No? I have no idea. A lot of people just skip straight to Steel Ball Run. I could try it. Part 1 to 6 is same universe, new JoJo's. Part 7 is new universe. Okay. So I knew about the different JoJo's thing. I just didn't know if they were in the same universe or not. I guess they are. They follow one story. Even in the separate universe, or is the separate universe just its own whole thing? Is it kind of like Doctor Who? I've never seen any of the Doctor Who movies, but I know that there's like different doctors. Though they are still a Doctor Who. They just have different like bodies or whatever. Is it kind of like that where they all follow the one story, but like they are different? its own thing, but it has old universe parallels. Oh, cool. Jonathan, who is part 1 JoJo, is Joseph's grandfather in part 2. Does it like skip through time? Like, does each season like go through time? Like, what? So he becomes a grandfather. So like, those are some massive time jumps. Excuse me. Jesus is a JoJo's character. Interesting. Is he one of the JoJos? Imagine the Bible started reading JoJo. I don't even know what the hell the Bible says. I don't know any direct quotes that mention Jesus. I'm terrible. I mean, I guess I'm not a Christian necessarily, so. He is probably a JoJo, it's implied. That's funny. Everything is a JoJo reference. JoJo came before time. And on the 7th day, JoJo was invented. We went from 1800s to 2011 by part 6. Damn, 200 years. That's kind of a crazy jump. But I guess that is through 6 parts. So that'd be probably, what, 30 years jump per? Close to. You be continued as from judges. True. Jonathan is Jolene's part 6 pro tag. Great grandfather. Cool. Wait. So there's a JoJo. How many JoJos are women? One? Oh, and it's the 6th one? Too smart, just weak stand. Damn. Smart and weak. Wow, that's not sexist at all. What happened to anime making women strong, bruh? She was buff for a woman? For a woman, sure, but that's the same thing I had a problem with Sakura and Naruto. Like, for a woman, sure, they're strong, but what about compared to guys? Make them on even footing, please. Women can be strong too, bruh. Bleach does women amazingly. So does JJK. So does JJK. Like, I haven't ever seen Bleach, so I can't say anything about that, right? I can't say anything about Bleach because I have no clue. But at least with JJK, women are actually, you know, strong, and they have the potential to be as strong, or if not stronger, than men. You know who we haven't seen enough from in JJK? Shoko. We haven't seen enough from Shoko. IRL, she's like stronger than a bodybuilder man, but her dad is 6'5". Cool. But like she's still, like you said, she's still weaker than the other JoJos in terms of that. And then there's also Demon Slayer, which, like, yes, there is Shinobu who is like weak, but like that's just because she has a small body, I'm pretty sure. Because like Mitsuri is like really strong. Like she's stronger than the average dude. Like Yeah, even among the Hashira, she has like great muscle. She's the shortest, yeah. I know Shinobu is quite she is quite small, but that's not necessarily because she's a woman. She's just small. Shoko is best girl. She's great. Is it weird that the fact that she smokes isn't a turn off? Like, it's not a turn on, but like it doesn't put me away, you know what I mean? Her issue is she's in a bloodline where average height is 6'3". Shinobu? Or Jolene? Because Shinobu, I don't how the hell do you know family? Jolene? Okay. So what do you mean by that's her issue? Like, they made her really weak considering her bloodline, or her bloodline is the only reason why she's strong as a woman? I don't know how to spell her name. I don't either. I'm just assuming it's Jolene. She's weak compared to her bloodline? Yeah, like if you're in the bloodline, I feel like you should be about as strong as them anyways, even if you are a woman, but like I feel like the whole woman thing shouldn't matter, and like honestly at this point it's an anime trope to have weak women, and like it's annoying to me. Like it's okay to have weak characters, just don't always make women weaker than men, you know what I mean? Also, not a single gal crit there. Ridiculous. How long should I stream today? I haven't eaten lunch, but that's fine. It is 12:30. Should I eat lunch? Should I end stream and eat lunch? No, it's only been an hour and a half. I want to do a longer stream today. I can wait. Lunch can wait. The pizza in the fridge can wait. Anybody here heard of Paper Mario Sticker Star? Paper Mario Sticker Star. I need to speak more clearly. First three JoJo's were 6'5", then part 4 JoJo was 6'1", part 5 was 5'8", and part 7 is in a wheelchair. So they get weaker over time? No, didn't think so. Paper Mario Sticker Star is one of the most infamous Paper Mario games, specifically because people hate it. People hated it, and like it was a great game for kids in my opinion, because I loved it as a kid. But apparently people hate it. I played that game when I was young. It's famous for being bad. Exactly what I'm saying. That's what the soundtrack is. Like, its soundtrack is great. Like, its gameplay might be mid as fuck, but it's still enjoyable. Its soundtrack is great. The story is fine. Like, it's inconsistent. I guess that's true. Inconsistent is probably the best way to word it, but yeah. But yeah. Like, honestly, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I have it. I need to play it. Because like it's said to be one of the best Paper Mario games ever. Probably the best. And so like I need to play more of it. Because like it's an actual RPG and like I enjoy actual RPGs. I don't know why. I think maybe it's my setup. Like my computer setup currently isn't really built for me being able to play on a console. So, like, I think that's the main reason why I haven't really played much of my Switch lately. I don't even have Pokemon Champions. I want Pokemon Champions, though. I want it somewhere down the line, and I want to play it because I think it's good. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it. Part 3 was strongest until Part 5 and Part 7. JoJo's had insane abilities. Oh, so they just skipped right over Part 4 and 6? Part 4 kind of sounds like a shitty part. Might as well tell the whole story. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. If anybody cares about spoilers with certain things, then say it out loud and we'll stop talking about spoilers. But I feel like these are very not spoilers, you know what I mean? I actually started Thousand Year Door this morning. I'll play more of it after the stream. Yeah, I'd recommend it based off of what I've heard of Thousand Year Door, but I haven't played much of it myself, just because like I haven't binged it. I normally binge games, and that's how I get through them. And I just have never been in the mood to binge through it. I've yet to do that, and so like I just haven't played through it. I want to over the summer at some point. I gotta get bored enough to binge through random games, and I want Thousand Year Door to be one that like I look back on and be like, I'm so glad I played all the way through that. Because like it's obviously going to start off slow because it's still a kids game, but I want it to get to like, you know, big brain RPG playing, right? But obviously starting off it'll be a little slow. It was more slice of life than others. Part 4, it was showing still a good JoJo, just not great abilities. That's fine. I can spoil everything, but I'm not. All the JoJos die! I'm kidding. I've never seen. That's not a spoiler. That's just a joke. What does TYBW mean? I assume TY means thank you, but what does BW mean? Brainwashed? Good ability, but he can't use it on himself? Oh, is he like a buffer? Is he like a... is he like a support? Oh, Thousand Year Blood War is what you're talking about. What the hell is Thousand Year Blood War? He heals people? Cool. GG no heals, go next. GG go next, no heals. How is it said? Is it like no heals, GG go next? Whatever it is. I don't say it very often because I don't normally blame my heals in games like that. Imagine a hero shooter, just every character is a different JoJo. I have not watched Bleach. I would not like spoilers. Mainly because I've heard Bleach is good, and so I do, down the line, want to watch it. I mean, I guess spoilers wouldn't be that big of a deal since I've yet to watch it. And, like, I'm not really planning on watching it anytime soon because I don't have anything that it's on. You've never even seen any content on Bleach? I feel like I've seen, like, clips. Like, I know, the cat lady. Yoriichi? Bleach is based on foreshadowing. Definitely don't get spoiled. Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I haven't really seen any, like, plot points. I've just seen some of the characters. It's only 200. That's longer than Black Clover. Or at least what's out. When is Black Clover Season 2 coming out? Anybody know? Because, like, it's been at the same point in the anime for a long time. And by the way, on Crunchyroll, like, I've seen TikTok clips, so many TikTok clips for so long about a Mirio Leona fight that isn't in the anime yet, at least not on Crunchyroll. So I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, whatever. I need to get into more manga. Like I already have the Demon Slayer manga. The entire box. I haven't read through all of it. I've only read the ending of it that comes after what the Infinity Castle movie showed. And so I don't really plan on reading the rest of it unless like I just get so bored one day and I'm like, you know what? I want to read, which reading is like the last thing I normally want to do. So, but like with JJK, I'd be so down to finish JJK using the manga instead of waiting for the anime in 10 years. Warning though, watching JoJo's might make you gay or slightly more fruity. I went from being straighter than a metal pole to I'm open to the idea. Hard pass. I think my straight ability is strong enough. But I may not test the waters then. Listen, I am so straight that I'm not even like, I'm not willing to do anything with another man. Not no, in a million years. But at the same time, I'm also, how do I word this to make it not seem like I'm gay? I'm also not really willing to do anything. Like, gay is a sexuality, right? In terms of sexuality, I'm not really interested in sex, period. So, it's one of those things where, like, yeah, no. Would I still be considered straight if I'm just not interested in sex? I guess that would be asexual, huh? But it's just easier to tell people, yeah, I'm straight. Because here's the thing, I've never experienced anything. So the fact that I've never experienced it probably means that there's a good chance that rather than being asexual, I don't know. I'm still gonna call myself straight. I didn't fully convert in like 95%. Okay. You're 95% straight. That means you're not totally straight. Isn't there like there's a term for that, bi-curious, right? You're bi-curious? I think that's what that's called. Don't worry, guys. My double Luna will carry me. Well, my double Dark Luna. My Lunas will carry me. You just like me for real? See, I'm 100% not into men. Like, even if it's not sexual, I'm not into men. I know some sexuality is not a lot, though. I have a decent amount of experience being around people that were in that community, like somewhere in that community. I have gay friends, I have lesbian friends, I have bi friends, I have I'm sure I've met and talked to people that are some of the others. Bi-curious isn't an actual sexuality, it's just like a term for somebody that's like kind of on the edge of being bisexual. But like, you know? And then like it's hard to memorize all of them because some of them are weird and then there's also inconsistencies. Some people will tell you one thing and then you'll go to another person and then they'll be like, no, wait, it's this. So like pansexual, right? Pansexual is one of those things where like I've heard so many different things. And so like I genuinely don't know. I thought you were about to say I've experienced dating people of different sexualities. No. I've dated one person and I'm fairly certain they were straight as a fucking nail. Well, I feel like that's not the right term, but I'll go with it, I guess. They were really straight and they were really religious. They were really Christian, like really Christian. So I'm convinced that they were the straightest thing in the fucking world. Because like, whenever somebody's that Christian, they get to the point of like not wanting to like fuck things up with their sexuality and stuff. No wonder I'm not 100%. I'm not religious. Well, it's not like oh, if you are religious, you're straight. If you're not religious, you're gay. Like, that's not how that works. It's just like there are certain Christians that believe it to be wrong to not be straight. You know what I mean? So like, but like there are still gay Christians. There are still Christians that are somewhere in the community. There are also non-religious people that are still straight. I'm a good example of that. I'm not really religious. I just like women. Women are great. Women are hot. They're attractive. They're cool. I like their personality a lot of the time. Men, nah. It's shunned in the Bible being gay, but that was also 500 years ago. That was also probably poorly translated. Because like they didn't speak English over in fucking Egypt, BC, you know. And plus, you say 500 years ago? The Bible was far longer ago than 500 years. We'd have photographs or like drawings of Jesus Christ himself. Like accurate drawings and portraits of Jesus Christ himself, if that was only 500 years ago. Jesus was about 2,000 years ago. God was before that. I meant the newer Bibles. Well, I don't know if they translated anything differently. Like, here's the thing. If there's inconsistencies with what the Bible says, that I don't believe all the words that it's saying are true. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's hard to translate all of that. But like, if the prophets were as good as what they were supposed to be, then maybe it would be able to be translated just fine for the future. Because apparently God can see all. You know what I mean? So he'd be able to predict that the future would have languages that would have language barriers, and then it would struggle, and then he would be like, "Hey, write it this way." But that's not what happened. So I'm not convinced that it's all true, and that's why I'm not Christian. At least not fully, because I believe that way, and obviously I don't believe everybody should or will believe the same thing as me. That's just how I see it. It was the old ones when I said 500 years ago as a BS number. Right, yeah. I screwed that sentence up. Well, people still believe that. People still use old Bibles and shit as well. But yeah, I don't think it's wrong to be religious, though. Believe whatever religion you want, to be honest. First of all, it doesn't affect me. Second of all, if you have faith, like that's a good thing. For anybody that finds God, then that they're normally happier after they do so. And so like that's good for them. That wouldn't happen to me though. At least not currently. Like it's just not for me. I know people who think the sky is made of water. Interesting. Considering that the water looks blue because it's reflecting the sky. I'm being serious. I have no doubt. That's just funny. I mean, there were people once upon a time that were flat earthers, and I mean, I don't doubt they still exist today. It was like 3 people and we had a 40-minute debate on it. What came first, the sky or the water? What came first, air or water? When water is literally made of H2O, oxygen. Not to mention hydrogen's already in the air. What's more likely? Water disperses into air or air condensed into water? Obviously, that's not how the ocean was made, but like, I'm speaking stupid people science. that is the stupid form of science. existed before chickens? True. Want to know why? Because chickens weren't always chickens. They evolved from something else, and whatever that something else was, it laid an egg, and then a chicken came out somewhere down the line. Either that or it was a mutation. I don't remember. The people that disagree with evolution, we have evolution just in the human species, even though we've only lasted for very short amount of time compared to a lot of other things. Like, we have evolved, like, just in the past, like, 100 years. Because, you know, and I say 100 years, like, it's been relatively recently. Because, not, what are they called? Wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth weren't always a concern. And, you know, they're becoming less of a concern. Like, wisdom teeth started off as, like, being helpful, like, as additional teeth, because our jaws were bigger because of some sort of food thing, and so they got smaller, right? Our jaws have gotten smaller, and so now we don't have enough room for all our teeth. And some people are losing their wisdom teeth, like, and by that I mean they're starting to not even have them. That is evidence of evolution happening just in the human species in our memorable lifetime. And I say our memorable lifetime in the last like 100 years is my best guess, but I'm sure that's been in progress for a long time as well. Bugs have gotten more resistant to pesticides. True. Just because like they're evolving. That's more so adaptation rather than evolving, though. They're not like changing, like they're not changing too much. Like, I'd say that's more adaptation than evolution, but evolution does happen from adaptation, so it's getting there. It is getting there. Alright, I'm gonna change back to my fucking main lineup. I'm getting... yeah. Adaptation is the basis of evolution. True. And just to clarify, I'm not trying to tell anybody I'm right whenever everything is technically a theory. So like this is just my way of seeing things. I want people to convince me, hey, evolution isn't real, you know? Like if somebody wants to convince me that evolution isn't real, I want them to prove to me that that's not evolution, you know? I want them to prove it to me. Darwin? You mean Darwin? You mean the guy that got added to Battle Cats like an update ago? Listen, I'm a science guy. I've always liked science classes that I've had and all that stuff. So like you gotta convince me that evolution isn't real if you're going to tell me that, if you're going to try and convince me to, you know, not believe in evolution, you know? We have proof of evolution in the fossil records. True. Isn't there also, I feel like I remember hearing about something that there was proof that there was once a giant flood that covered the entire Earth, which would support the existence of Noah's Ark. I feel like I remember somebody telling me that there was evidence of that actually happening. Like, not necessarily the Ark, but the flood. I'm pretty sure I remember somebody telling me that. So, like, there's evidence of a lot of things, and for all we know, religions were built off of, you know, these things. It wasn't a flood, the Earth was mostly underwater for a long time. I guess that is also true. Like, that's one of those things where, like, I don't... Even though I like science and I know a decent amount of stuff, I don't know everything. And that includes about a lot of religions. I don't know all of what's on the Earth. I don't know what all we have evidence of. And that's why I like having debates, because I know I don't know everything, and I want people to teach me stuff that I don't know. Land came about in a huge area, then broke apart. Well, that's just Pangea. That's still a theory. I don't think that was ever proven. But yeah, I guess that is true. There was a lot more water. Because, like, we used to have... I mean, you can see land underwater. Or... You can see land that... How do I word it? I feel like water levels have kind of gone up and down, I feel like. Because aren't they technically rising now? But how would they lower in the first place? We have evidence of Pangea or something similar to it. Well, I know a lot of people look at Pangea and be like, oh, the lines of the continents or countries and stuff, like they line up. This could fit here. I don't think that's good evidence that just because something looks like on a map it could fit doesn't mean it would have fit. Because of course maps aren't completely accurate to like what the land looks like. They go up and down in ages. Well, yeah, because there was ice ages, there were dark ages, there were a lot of ages. So like, yeah, I am aware of that. We're in the final stages of an ice age, so it's raising because ice is melting away. Oh, where's Manny from Ice Age, the series? Excuse me. That is cool. What normally comes after an ice age? Is that like a dark age? There was an island where mammoths existed after Egyptians came to be. After Egyptians came to be? Damn. I thought mammoths were like way before humankind. You know, I watched a movie recently called Lucy with starring Scarlett Johansson, right? And like I'm pretty sure the name is inspired. No, I'm certain because it made references to it in the movie. It's named after the supposed first woman. I don't know if it was the first human technically or just the first woman, but Lucy. We named the first supposed human Lucy because like she wasn't quite anything else, and she was like the first, like she was the first closest thing to a human. I'm pretty sure that we've discovered, and so that's cool. I love it. I love seeing movies that like explore a little more of that kind of history, right? Because like not everybody gets taught these things. And so some people like they may not know what Lucy is before the movie. And like I knew that before the movie, but like the movie, if I didn't know it, would have taught me it. Because that's based off of a real idea. From what I just read, maybe this is wrong. Earth doesn't have other ages; they just have periods between ice ages. Oh, but all the ages, other ages like the dark ages and stuff that I've heard about, those would have been like because like not Earth's ages, but human ages or eras, right? That's what I'm guessing because weren't there like gold ages, dark ages, silver ages, stuff like that? Yeah, those were human things. That makes a lot more sense. Slow, dancer, slow, please. Oh, or just kill. This is a much weaker boar than I expected. Hey there. Yes, I see. The Stone Age is when we use stone for the first time. You know, I forget just how simple we truly are. No, Luna. Back to me, Luna. I need you. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 bo, ba ba bo bo, ba 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 ba. I do need to get some true forms on this account. Like I'm lacking in true forms. I was hoping to just grind Heavenly Tower when it would come back, but it may not come back for a while, so. And I think I missed my chance because at the time I wasn't really playing on this account. Unfortunate. I don't know, Bray has so many similarities to me. What do you mean? Like similar interests? Surprise, surprise! I'm interesting, or I have interests. We have the same interests and opinions. Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think either of us really have any outstanding opinions or anything. Like, I feel like there's two kinds of people in the world, right? In terms of like what we were just talking about. There's the people that believe in science and there's the people that believe in religion. We're just men of science. I'm assuming you're a dude. I don't know. You could be a woman for all I fucking know. You could be a non-binary, and that'd be totally okay. I just don't know. Either way, I'm a dude. Thought so. But like, there's religious people and there's science people, right? And then with anime, there's either you watch anime or you don't. And then I mean, with Battle Cats, like same thing as anime. You either know Battle Cats or you don't. Like, that's kind of just how a lot of those things are. Like, we do have similar interests, but I'm willing to bet there's a lot of things in your day-to-day life that we all like. There's also a lot of interests that we don't share. You know what I mean? There are 3 Battle Cats types. There's the YouTuber, there's the cringe, and there's the child. You would be part of the cringe. I'm the YouTuber. And then, of course, they're also... Well, I guess you could be the child. The nerds, the people who played as kids and people who don't play it. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Those are better than what I said. Cringe lock. It's like the JJK deadlock, but instead of those 4 absolute amazing characters, it's Battle Cats related. And also, you can't call one of them nerds. You have to call it weebs instead. We're weebs, all right? We're the weebs of the Battle Cats community, or in relation to Battle Cats. Cringe gamer man. Yeah, Hyper, you're cringe. No, you want to know who is actually cringe in the Battle Cats community? The fucking Dogaku. Were y'all even here with when Dogaku was around? He was part of the cringe community. The standards there are very low. Dogaku? Yeah. Do you remember him? I feel like Hyper, you've been around for a while. Ness and those bunch are all cringe? Yes. Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, a little early. You know, whenever I hear the name Ness, right, I think of 2 different things other than what happened in my Discord. I think of the Smash character, aka the Earthbound character, and then I think of Sans' Ness, aka MatPat named Ness in the FNAF universe, in the FNAF cinematic universe. And the nerds are split. We have people who just want you to enjoy the game and no Uber special items. You can't play COTC before SOL. You can only use optimal units. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. And then there's the backseaters. Oh, the backseaters. Those are truly the wonderful ones. AKA pretty much fucking everybody. And then we have Matt Shea. Matt Shea is great. I haven't seen any of his shit in a while, but he's great. He's his own breed of player. Like, he's good at the game, right? He's great at the game from what I've seen. But only when he wants to be. There's a lot of moments when he just, I don't understand what he's doing. But then there's also those moments where I'm like, oh my god, this guy actually knows what he's doing. He's either one or the other. It's so weird. I don't know how he goes so back and forth so often, but like it's fun. Oh, also, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Can we all agree that Dark Luna is better than Dark Tanyan? Have we gotten to the day and age where Dark Tanyan is technically a middle of the line epic fast Uber? Like, have we gotten to the day and age where he is a mid epic fast Uber? Because think about it. There's there's Dark Garu, there's Shadow Gal, and then there's Dark Mitama. 4. And then there's Dark Phono, Dark Tanyan, Dark Luna, Dark Lunos. And that's the second 4. Are there only 8? Or am I forgetting one? And then, of course, Izanami, who I think Dark Tanyan is still technically above. Oh yeah, Dazzly. He's right in the middle, in my opinion, in terms of epic fast Ubers. So, like, technically speaking, he is a mid epic fast Uber. And yet he's still a fantastic Uber in the game. Fantastic. I'm not complaining about him at all. I'm actually going to go ahead and level him up to level 30. Same with Mighty Lord Gal. But, like, Dark Luna is great. Amazing unit, but mid epic fast. That's so weird to hear, too, because there was one point in time where he was, like, the best epic fast Uber. Because, like, I think people liked him more than Shadow Gal. And then, of course, they liked him more than Dark Mitama. So, whenever it was just those 3, he was on top. Wait, when did was Garu before Dazzly? I don't remember. I guess the better question is, which came first, Mini Wave or Surge? Maybe? I have no idea. But yeah, like, he was how the mighty have fallen. But he's still really good. Like, he's not any worse than he once was. There's just better. Power creep. Miniwave? Miniwave came first? Okay, so Garu was probably before Dazzly. Because, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but the fast Ubers typically come out whenever there's something new to be done to units. Now, I'm not talking about Mini Surge. I'm talking about Surge, like with Dazzly. Like, Mini Wave or Surge, not Mini Wave and Mini Surge. I know those both. I know that. I know Mini Surge came after Mini Wave. Still the same? Okay. But yeah, so that's really cool too. Like, if you actually want to look back at it, Shadow Gal came out with anti-traitless because he was the original anti-traitless. I'm willing to bet Dark Tanyan came out when LD was like, well, maybe not. Maybe it was like immunities. What do both D'Artagnans have that would have been new? Because it's not massive damage. It's not strengthened because the original D'Artagnan, White D'Artagnan, doesn't have strengthen. They do both have immune to waves, but so does Shadow Gal. I'm trying to think. Warp immune? They're both warp immune, right? I think that might be it. Hello? Yeah, warp immune. It's either warp immune or LD. I think it's one of those two. But then Garu has Mini Wave, Kazli has Surge, Luna has Explosion, Iz has... Damn, wait, Iz doesn't have anything new. Iz came out at a point in time where nothing was really new for them. Because multi-hit already existed. All that shit already existed. But then the Phonos had... No, wait, White Phono didn't have Mini Search. Is it only Epic Fest? Because Dark Iz came out around the time to have Shield Pierce. Maybe Uberfest doesn't have the same thing, but Epic Fest has Shadow Gal with Traitless, Dark Tanyan with Strengthen maybe / Warp Immune, Explosion on Luna, Dark Is with Shield Pierce, Dark Phono with Mini Surge, Garu with Mini Wave, Dazzly with Surge. Shit, Izanami doesn't have. Well, I guess Izanami has Conjure, so that would count. And then Dark Lunos also has Conjure. But like, what else? There's got to be something else with Lunos, right? Nah, maybe there's not. Does he have Sage Flare? Why do you wear sunglasses? Are you trying to get a fraction of Gojo's aura? Yes. And I will only ever have less than a fraction. The photos look the same but are very different units. That's the odd part. I mean, that's true. But like, that's kind of how all the epic Fett, or that's all kind of how all the Fett supers are. Oh yeah, Luna got a counter surge. I wonder if Dark Luna's got anything kind of like counter surge where like it's new, but it's not like a major thing. I don't know. I swear there's something to that though. I swear. But that's gonna be it for me today. I haven't eaten lunch and I'm hungry. If you did enjoy, please do. What's the line? Come back for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Bye, everybody.